bitch. Ooh, camera roll. Alright, y'all. Pisces You for the last one. I came outside. I got tired of being in the fucking house. I said I can do one outside. Same thing for everybody else for the month of September. I'm knocking them out early. We're going to pull 6 cards from the Moonology. Clarify them with the Rider Waite. Now, we might do the... Yeah, we're going to clarify with the Rider Waite. What else comes out after the spread. No, I'm going to do that. And then we're going to come back with the Witchy Tarot. See what's going on for the month. See how you can get to a better position with you mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Whatever blockages or said such going on. I just didn't feel like going in the house. I wanted to come outside. I feel like I was cooped up. I don't know if that's naturally y'all energy. Have faith in your dreams. I said a nigga feel cooped up in the house. I really did. Nothing yet is set in stone. A new romantic cycle begins. Somebody may begin some romance. Alright. Damn. Same thing kind of like last night reading. Don't let your past hold you back. Hold on to your vision. Fixed moon. Communication is key. I like that though, because you got a lot of the answers you need are coming. That is full moon in Gemini. What do you need to release? On the bottom of it, confidence is your key to success. I like that though. I like that. I like that. I like that. So let's get into it. I'm gonna put a couple cards down on each. Cause sometimes I be hating though. I think I said that in my first video. I said I be hating it though. You can't see the actual cards because the camera, the way it's set up, the computer desk. Cause I said some people do be grifting your ass. That's a whole nother video. Whatever the case may be. Ooh, child. These are old. They tested and tried it. I gotta give me some more. Give me 2 more shuffles out this bitch. We'll get her done. I need to cleanse them jokes though. I really do. I got this incense over here. I really do though. Overall deck, we got this overall energy. We got the 7 of Pentacles. We got the 7 of Pentacles for the overall energy though. So I like that though. We're gonna get us a couple cards for each. See what's going on or whatever the case may be. Since that's there. Damn, I'm putting all these. Nothing is yet set in stone. We'll put all them there. Bam. And then we'll do the new romantic cycle. Let's start this shit. Alright. 8 of Wands. Slow down. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, we got the 3 of Pentacles. Shit, we got the 3 of Pentacles, the Hanged, the Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. For me, starting off like right the back, you hear me say, because I didn't pick a card for the overall energy like you normally see me do with spreads. The overall energy, you hear me say, with this 3 of Pentacles and this Hangman. Ooh, I gotta cleanse the bitch out. The Hangman, ideally though. This 3 of Pentacles, this 8 Hangman. My bad, y'all. My back hurt me for some odd reason. I gotta cleanse that energy out. Because people be saying such, be trying to attach on when they pregnant. And I be like, sweet, I'm not carrying no child. Ideally, sorry, y'all, but that's what I be having to go through when people be trying to breach my field purposely. But that's what y'all probably dealing with. Like, if you into certain spiritual say such or trying to do that to someone, I don't know, ideally, though. But the Three of Pentacles and the Hangman, you hear me say, it gives me though like uncompromising about certain things. The Ace of Swords, this could be the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands. For some of y'all, this is being truthful about certain circumstances or whatever the case may be. Whether you get yourself in situations, whether being emotional, non-accountable, or just lackluster situations, it could be the time to take, that you hear me say, taking courses or studying, going to school, emotionally learning, like, you get what I'm saying, or just said interest with certain people, ideally though. And then you got the Ace of Swords, like some of that could be blocking you, like you hear me say, said truth, certain people. I speak of the third party entities in relationships or connections with people, where I had put a blog post and I'm gonna keep telling her about it. Go to the second post that I put, and it's the help. Does the help really help? Because a lot of times most people, when they have people in their life or necessarily trying to be understanding, they could be emotional blockages for you to get to where you need to be in life. A lot of times most people really don't know how to dissect the truth from their truth and the reality of a situation and how it affects them and others, or said such, what goes on in their world. So that's why I said that's that. Put that one down right here. Who is the ant right there? Jesus, please, feel like something crawling on me. It ain't got good outside yet. Ugh. You know why I said in the grass. First card out, we got nothing is set in stone. This is the mutable moon, where you hear me say that is Gemini, that is Virgo, that is Sagittarius, that is Piscean energy, like things that could be changed, things that could be changed in your life at the moment, but necessarily are not being able to move. So I like that though. Nothing is set in stone. You got the Cancerian energy, the Queen of Swords, you got Queen of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. For some of y'all, this Cancerian energy and this Queen of Swords and this Queen of Pentacles is like, you hear me say, the learning type matters, healing certain things, said such, learning how to speak a set of truth, being able to move forward, that willpower, that sense of freedom, that speed, like those things. I like that. But here's the thing that I don't like though, because you got King of Wands, Strength in reverse, Seven of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Six of Swords. That's something I don't like though. I really don't though. I will say that though, because it's kind of like, the Seven of Swords for me gives me like a very sneaky type energy with the Knight of Cups though. So that's like maliciously like intense. For some of y'all, if it's like relationships aspects, for some of y'all, it could be two partners and not knowing which one to say to choose. For some of y'all, these two queens, it could be a mom, it could be a person, whoever this is, that comes in with a sword of truth or honesty, that comes, tells you something that shake up your whirlwind of reality. But it does look like it's a masculine that's trying to date in between two people and necessarily not knowing where he chooses to go, because everything is like undecided at this moment. So that's why I said it's at the time where if you want certain things in your life, you can make those set changes, or ideally just do whatever works for you though. Like, I just like do whatever works for you. I will say that though, because you can't tell people, but it looks like somebody's fluctuating between two people, because you got the King of Wands, the Strength, and the Seven of Swords. Like, I don't know, like that's what it is. Like this here, this strength, that support. I don't know if this is support of people that you ideally roll with, or people in your life, but it looks like it's very sneaky type behavior. It really does gives me this though. So either you're not trusting, or a person is not necessarily trusting and open, especially when it comes to communicativeness. Because you got the Six of Swords going back towards the Cancerian energy, so that's willpower. Some of y'all have to learn how to adjust to not knowing how to go back towards the past. Certain situations that just particularly drain y'all. Because I told y'all, but y'all reading, I was like, I'm going to wait on y'all. And I felt like I had to come outside. Because some of y'all probably need to get a breath of fresh air. You got a new romantic cycle beginning. This is what I said from the top. You got the Fool, the Hierophant, the Six of Wands reverse, and you have the Five of Swords and the Page of Wands. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? The Fool and the Hierophant and the Six of Wands and the new romantic cycle begins. For some of y'all though, where I tell a lot of masculines, you got to learn how to shut the door. If you know you've been out here dating, or necessarily you found the one, sometimes it's okay to let somebody know something instead of holding certain things back, so you won't have to deal with the aspects of saying, you cheated on me, you lied to me, you did this, da, 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 why you didn't tell me, so somebody won't feel shortchanged. Because the Six of Wands, virtual school, hurry up, text message, get the fuck out the way, hurry up, I'm trying to wait until the text message move. Because the Six of Wands suggests for me though, ideally though, Six of Wands suggests for me though, it's like at that moment to where like you can't see ideally though. So it's like, just because people do sneaky things and ideally don't think it's gonna catch up to them, it's better to be honest in the beginning than it is in the. It's better to be honest in the beginning necessarily, so you can get it out the way, because most time we try to keep certain truths from certain people because we feel like it's going to push people away, and necessarily it's not. For some of y'all, ideally though, this could be around a commitment type phase or whatever. It looks like somebody's trying to pressure somebody into marriage, ideally though, with the 6 of Wands. So some of y'all, it could be somebody that's coming a little bit too fast, or you going a little bit too fast for the idea of marriage though. That's why I said fighting hard for it though, the 5 of Swords. For some of y'all in a relationship though, it could be like the karmic type cycles that hit relationships sometimes, where y'all go through those argumentative type states where you kind of feel like you're not understood, to where partners kind of go against the grain, and that's like not knowing how to actually work together. So that's what kind of gives me this Page of Wands and this 5 of Swords, like fighting for that sense of newness, the good necessarily though, where sometimes you work against each other, and that is like finding in the midst of the chaos the truth that necessarily set certain people free from old antics and situations though. You got next card out. You got don't let your past hold you back. I told y'all that's the South Node. The South Node has to deal with the karmic type situation. So that's like repetitive situations, how you date, people you done been into, life cycles, the way you communicate, the way you go about certain things. And like that's like the past, especially if you want something new. So a lot of you guys have to address the past before y'all be able to move forward, because you got 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. Bitch, don't start all this motherfucking riding back. The 6 of Pentacles suggests to me though, necessarily in the past, like this could be focused on money and not knowing how to open up, or necessarily this could be abuse, ideally though. Everybody don't got like a clean past, or dealing with it, or doing it ideally with the 9 of Wands. Like necessarily this could be emotional understanding. This could be financial situations, to where like you see a lot of masculines go through this, like when they make money and they ideally think that being the breadwinner gives them the right to be able to talk, to do certain things to others. The flip side, you see a lot of women who try to emotionally manipulate, use sex, the emotional tyrant, like all those things necessarily though. For some of y'all though, this is like being able to move forward. You did get the Knight of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles though. So this could be the conflict ideally though in the past, ideally when it came to money, foundations, longevity, like the lastingness of connections with said people though. For some of y'all got the Justice reverse, so this could be legal cases, separations, marriages, divorce, everything else that goes on with like law-abiding citizens though. Because the 10 of Pentacles, like you hear me say in the past, it looks like somebody necessarily wasn't the best team member or supportive, or necessarily knew how to give the support that they necessarily need. And when it comes to communicating about the past or said emotions, for some of y'all, this makes y'all vulnerable, to where when it comes to the emotional aspects, and this is where some of y'all could go into the angry, volatile type state, isolating, or whatever the case may be. So this is some of y'all though. Fourth card, which is the fixed moon, which is hold your vision. You got Ace of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. For some of y'all though, y'all could be focusing on, if it's a romantic type cycle, if it's new love, you want somebody that's financially stable, which is cool. I understand that though, as women or as masculines, or somebody that necessarily adds to your throne. Like people have this king and queen rhetoric, whatever it is that suits you. But for some of y'all though, this could be opting out, not talking to a lover, because you know you want somebody that's supportive, attentive, and necessarily understanding though. But for some of y'all though, y'all ready to let down the burdens, about ready to give up when it comes to love, ideally though, because of what does this King of Pentacles mean to you? Is it the money? Is it the status? Is it the ego? Is it the way he talks? Is it the way she talks? What is it that woos you by a person necessarily that comes in when it ideally goes to love? For some of y'all, this could be financial opportunities, or just being so self-solidified by money, ideally, that it pushes certain connections away. For some people, it's the idea of not having money, to where you feel like you don't have the love or the support to be able to chase your dreams. So that's why I say hold your vision. But some of y'all look like y'all about ready to give up. And if it's anything to do with this Knight of Cups, please give up, okay? And the Knight of Cups reverse, the reason why I say that though, because the Knight of Cups reverse can be not being emotionally grounded, to where a lot of people don't like necessarily understand like how to fluctuate their emotions, because water signs sometimes, and especially I say this about Pisces, because y'all can be very understanding and an empathetic nature, like with the Cancerian energy, except for the Cancerian energy, they will fight back. The Pisces energy, y'all can just get take on a lot from certain people and expect other people to deal with the moodiness, the attitudes of why you are the way you are, because of other people has took advantage of you. So it can kind of like isolate people from actually bringing in, instead of communicating this with self first. And a lot of times with vulnerability, we try to go without and try to get that 10 of Pentacles, that support from fake ass friends or problematic ass family members, and da 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 da, and they don't get it. So it keeps you more in a state of isolated, instead of going to where within and understanding it, and then being comfortable enough before you take it outward. So that's why I said communication is key for your fifth card out. Okay, you got the Two of Swords, the Scorpionic energy, and the Seven of Pentacles. That's why I said for some of y'all, communicating about the relationship, ideally aspects of if you're dating or necessarily trying to figure things out, you're going through a rough patch, ideally. It's like speaking it, communicating it. Before you go outward, if it's a friend, if it's a commitment, whatever it is, like in life, if it's a job or this newness that brings in a sense of balance, it's figuring it out. Communicating keeps you out of position of the Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords, I like it because the bandage is over the eye. So sometimes it's kind of like the sight. Sometimes moving your own emotional perspective to be able to sit within it. Sometimes when you sit in that position too long, you could be in the sword type space where you hear me say the emotional defensive listening, to where I don't want to hear shit you got to say if it's not going to fix, if it's not going to do, and ready to cut somebody down. Because you got the Scorpionic energy reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. And I think for some of y'all, if y'all trying to bring certain things into fruition, or necessarily trying to change or bring about an ending necessarily when it comes to relationship connections, or jobs, careers, life, marriages, or whatever it is, like the old, trying to bring it to the new. For some of y'all keep doing the same thing and then saying, well, why is this not working? And it's like, it's not working because it's not supposed to work. You're supposed to try something new, and at least being open-minded. And you can't be open-minded until you drop the 10 of Wands, which is the burdens of everybody else's issues, the support of what they thought I couldn't be, or what I should be, ideally, like that shit, just letting it go. Alright, last card before we get into the spread. You got the answers you need are coming, which is in the full moon in Gemini. And I tell everybody, the new moon is what you're trying to call in. The full moon is what you're trying to release. So necessarily when you do get the answers and the decisions that you need, whether that's through prayer or from support, or necessarily outside of the group, because it's 10 of Pentacles, I'm telling y'all, this is not like the best dynamic that somebody should be relying on. I told y'all, with the 7 of Swords and this Knight of Cups, this 6 of Swords and this Knight of Cups, them are not my ideal support group. I told you, that's not friends, like necessarily friends who cause chaos, friends who inflame you. You know how kind of like if you going through a bad breakup and you got those friends that's kind of like, bitch, da 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 da, yeah, she posted this, make sure you look good. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like somebody that forces you to inflame situations that hurt you or hurt other people. Like, that's why I said so that's all about releasing. Okay, let's see what we got going on. You got 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups, and the Star. For some of y'all, this could be about a relationship, though. For some of y'all could be stalking the past about what it could be, like how you thought it, like, for me, this just give me the romantic, though, because I say out of everybody in the zodiac, Gemini and Pisces, y'all will date. I'm telling you, I don't see how y'all do it, but I like it how it's not a mood killer for y'all. Like how y'all get back on the dating horse. Y'all be like, cool, I ain't got no problem. I be like, what the hell? Like, y'all better than me. I will say that, though. I guess it's just the big heart. But the 6 of Cups, though, and the 2 of Cups and the Star, some of y'all could be in the past about a connection that you hope could have blossomed. This is where that newness is coming in, that karmic, trying to redo the past. And some of y'all may not got a good, not so good past, or with men or dating, relationships, connections, feminine or masculine energy, that a lot of y'all is letting this block y'all, whether it's family or friends or whoever. What else? You got 4 Swords, 8 of Cups, and the Magician here. It's a plane flying over me. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I don't know, baby. Damn. I'm waiting on that. Hey. I'm waiting on the plane to move, y'all. Okay, you got the Four of Swords. This is the Eight of Pentacles reverse and the Magician. For some of y'all, though, like I said, the answers you need are coming. It could be with anxieties or worries, or you hear me say like necessarily restless type state. You do got the Magician, though, reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. I tell you, I see this a lot when a lot of people be necessarily tiring out their body. They could be tired or necessarily dealing with sad sicknesses. It could be the mind. It could be the emotional thing. Because I tell you, when you're not emotionally grounded and you let your emotions take wind with you, it can cause a lot of havoc in your life unnecessarily for others around you. And you have to do this cleanup tour. And a lot of people have to go on these apology tours for not being emotionally grounded or dealing with manic or depressive or emotional type state or anxieties or worries. Sometimes it put them more in a state of guilt, fear, unwanted, illusion type realities that necessarily don't get the healing and the change that you ideally need. So that's why I said the Magician, though. It looks like some of y'all trying to woo somebody back or understand the necessarily of a connection. Because you got Five of Wands, you got the Queen of Cups, and the Justice reverse. That's why I said some of y'all, this could be about an old karmic situation, separation, legal type matters, trying to be able to move forward, trying to be on the same page. But at the same time, it's like if the answers you need, a lot of y'all are not embracing them, especially with this Four of Swords and this Eight of Pentacles. Some of y'all are just like, okay, because the Hangman is here. So the Hangman could be repetitive type situation. Like you hear me say, hold your vision. That's like well, I guess it was supposed to happen. Da, 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 and it didn't happen. So over time, like I said, this is where hold your vision. A lot of y'all just like, shit, I don't know. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's necessarily going to happen in that negative type state. Because some of y'all could be righting a wrong. Like I've been constantly saying this, a lot of people been getting like divine type pardons. So let's say, for instance, like if you were not so nice in the past or whatever the case may be, and moving forward, it could just be simple things that divine is asking you. And I know a lot of times most people find themselves challenged when it comes to healing is facing themselves. So that's what I said. If it's a family conflict situations, the tide of a situation, though, if you feel like you don't have the support, because like I said, with the Seven of Swords or the Ten of Pentacles, no, like some of y'all don't have the support from the familiars that you used to. That's the consequences of actions, of your actions, ideally recognizing like, okay, well, how can I be more supportive going forward? Like, how can I get out of my emotions to be able to keep the faith necessarily going? So I like that, though. So let's see what else going on, and we'll reread these in the end, and we'll pick a card. Ooh, you got the Lovers and the Five of Cups reverse. Now I said some of y'all, this got something to do with relationships. It could be businesses, such y'all got contracts or whatever the case may be. I like the Lovers and the Five of Cups. It could be an old thing, though. I said that, though. Six of Cups, making peace with your past. So that's what I said. It could be an old thing. Could be an old boo thing. Because, like, the Two of Cups, that's, like, necessarily something behind you. I like that. Something you didn't value, appreciate, the support. Like, focusing on, like, everything that went wrong, especially with the Three of Cups. That's, like, the emotions, the losses. Oh, this didn't work for me, da-da-da-da. But not knowing what's necessarily behind them. Page of Cups, I tell you, that's the honesty, that's the belief, that's inner child, that's faith. But you got Three of Swords, though. Some of y'all still heartbroken, dealing with some heartbreak. It could be inner heartbreak, though, because you got King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. For some of y'all, this could be emotionally abusive, manipulative, physically, whatever it is. But some of y'all are being forced to heal this, though. Like, that's what it is, though, when a lot of people get, like, necessary which is long timeouts, or divine don't give you that love, or ideally meeting men that hurt you, or whatever the case may be. Like, that's what's being challenged in this moment to heal, like the loss of, the anger, the aspects, like sometimes even when you single or dealing with a sad set of loneliness, sometimes certain people hurt their own feelings in their own heart, expectations that they played out with certain people and being unrealistic. So that's why I said in this month of September it's gonna be healing. Ooh, damn, I don't want to take it. You got Ace of Cups reversed, though. You got Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords again. That's why I said something. Guilt. worry, fear, holding things over your head. The Ace of Cups, though. I don't know if it's a relationship, though, that you wanted to work out, but it didn't. And some of y'all are stressed out about making the best decision for you. For some of y'all just got tainted past. And, like, the Ace of Cups is here. The empathy, the understanding, the support, whether it's from someone that has made peace, or you, or divine giving you peace necessarily. This is some of y'all like hope, like y'all don't want to accept the empathy and the understanding from others who understand you, who says that support you, because like I said, if this is the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Cups and the Six of Wands, all that energy, people who took advantage, I would be kind of iffy on it too, because you got Five of Wands and the Queen of Wands. That's why I said Four Swords there. That's honest. Ugh. That's the standstill. I told you that's the white flag. So that's what I said. Some of y'all getting a second chance at something, a newness, a healing. It could be healing you though, because I told you the masculine aspects is upright, and a lot of masculines, when it comes to them being necessarily supportive. Ooh, these mosquitoes is biting here. A lot of masculine, I said maskins. A lot of masculines, ideally, when it comes to them being supportive and emotionally understanding, or whatever the case may be, y'all fluctuate in between when it comes to how you want to be loved, the support you said need, or the divine help. Like some of y'all don't know, this is where a lot of men think, oh, well, I'm going to just let you pray for me. No, pray for yourself. You can build a better connection with whatever you believe in, even if you don't believe in God. That's where the independence and that challenging you comes in. So that's why I said a lot of y'all don't necessarily going back and forth with making a decision and trying to start over. It is. Let's start over. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. So I said some of y'all ain't had that squeaky past. Knight of Swords speaks of, like you hear me say, that's jugging, that's finessing. What they call it these days, that's jugging. For me, jugging means laughing, but jugging and finessing is like criminal activities. You got the Empress, the Nine of Cups, and the Justice. Some of y'all think the biggest lesson though when it comes to relationship though, when it's mastering yourself and knowing where your roots lie, especially if it's dealing with anxieties or just said depressions, some of y'all gotta know where your roots lie. Like go outside, bare feet, put your feet on the ground and plant yourself. Get yourself some said peppermints and shit like that. Eat on peppermints, those type of smells, opening up, balancing. Like a lot of y'all have to learn how to do this though. For some of y'all though, this could have been connections or a loss or a parent or parental or just ideally with you, like the fairness. Like a lot of times I see a lot of people who get mad at their parents that wasn't the parent that they need them to be, but they damn better parents than they were, or just necessary to support. Damn, these mosquitoes is out, y'all. I'm about to wrap it up, cause you got everything is fine, the world, and the High Priestess. Some of y'all ideally have been praying for certain stuff, understanding, keeping certain things secret or whatever the case may be, wanting some sort of truth. Some of y'all may be trying to come forward and communicate this. Like, I feel like certain things going on in your life, you probably have went to God or divinity, like aspects trying to fix or to redo or wholeness with self. Like this understanding and this inner knowing. But some of y'all just won't let it go. Y'all don't. Y'all don't want to let go a part of you, a piece of you. Because you got the scorpionic energy, those transformations, those metamorphoses, burning down. If anybody follow me on Twitter or whatever the case may be, it's called Shay Shay Lane. SHAE underscore LANE. I think that's my name. Shit, but I talk about the number 13 when it goes into transformations, changing things, letting go of the old paradigm, how you challenge yourself, moving, stepping into a said newness. I like that. I like that. Wait a minute. A newness. I like that. I like that. You got Hierophant reverse, which is unconventional up under the justice though. Some of y'all learning, because like I said, some of y'all, let me tell you this. One thing I learned about Pisces, when y'all don't master them emotions, baby, y'all get y'all ass into some weird ass situations. Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. I bet that's a light. And the Emperor reverse. That's why I said for some of y'all though, ideally with this Fool here. Oh, okay. This what it is. It's too. If it sticks for you, it sticks for you. Don't make a fucking story for you. For some of y'all though, this starting over though. Some of y'all, like you hear me say, when the emotions aren't mastered, y'all get into certain situations that's necessarily not cause for, and then it goes into this like emotional, tyrant, manipulative, sneaky aspect or whatever that harms you and necessarily harms others. Because the feminine and masculine energy is out of whack. The balance that comes in, or whatever the case may be, what people fail to recognize when they're going through challenges. How do I love myself? What can I do? It's like starting at ground zero. So if you didn't necessarily have the support you need, you getting it now. For some of y'all, or whatever the case may be, some of y'all just some sneaky ass manipulative twats and just going through shit and getting the shit that y'all supposed to get. Dead ass. But for some of y'all though, with tainted past, trying to start over and be able to move forward, ideally, you feel like you starting over at ground zero. That's why the Nine of Cups is reversed. That's wishes coming true. That's why the Ace. That's why the Star is reversed, because you feel like, damn, is anything I'm doing necessarily worth it? You got the Empress and the Emperor reverse. Because some of y'all that's starting new, going into relationships, ideally manifesting partners, being able to move forward. This is a new blanket state from you. And some of y'all got the blueprint, which necessarily came from the past, or the shit that you didn't do, that you learned from, that you can apply going forward, that you necessarily been needing to give you the answers to be able to step into a new you. All right, because we got Six of Wands, Knight of Wands, Six of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. That's that bully mentality. That's that feeling unseen, heard, necessarily like taking advantage. That's why I said for some of y'all though, a lot of Pisces ain't really ascending. Let me just say that though. A lot of Pisces, you really not ascending. I will say that sometimes when I say bully meets bully, because if you were set the person to where like you get mad and be emotionally abusive or manipulative to certain people, now it feels like the tides are turning and people are doing it to you. But the lesson comes in is that, do you sit there and take it, or do you stand and you acknowledge certain shit from a centered space to get the self-respect that it is that you need to say, I'm not a hoe, but at the same time, I don't have to get in the Emperor reckless. I don't have to be in the Six of Pentacles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of energy where you saying like, I'm not a hoe, but at the same time, you ain't gonna punk me. Because you got Eight of Cups. This is knowing when to walk away, but some of y'all are still stuck. This is arguments. This is communications. This is the emotions, said emotions that need to be able to let go of. Ooh, shit. Yeah. I'm trying to wrap it up, though. Oh, shit. I'm trying to wrap it up. I am, because my car's flying. That wind blowing. Okay. Whew, 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 whew. Okay. You got Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Though I said certain manifestations or certain opportunities which y'all feel to recognize when it comes to this newness and the new alignments. A lot of y'all block a lot of new friendships, new connections, new people because of the way people used to do you. So you don't even know that you're doing the same thing to others. You got the Two of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Some of y'all blocking out strong ass good connections with people that support, that's understanding, because of the way you used to do people. And because emotional accountability with the Lover's card, that mirroring to where you see people who act like how you used to act, you're supposed to look from a non-judgmental space and see the things that you used to do so you can be able to grow from them, instead of sitting back on a high horse getting mad at people. That's what the Six of Wands is. That's that bully that's on a high horse, not being able to come down, ideally. So somebody could be doing this to you, or you could be doing this to somebody else and being met back with that fire for fire personality and not liking it. But for some of y'all, though, being so accustomed, the woe is me, always ending up in situations, it gives me like big self-sabotaging type energy. Apathetic, cold-hearted, nobody understands, this is this, it will always be this, or whatever the case may be. And some of y'all blocking out dead support, though. Because a lot of y'all emotionally, mentally stuck. Or you could be saying you're changing, but you're not forgiving yourself or necessarily being understanding. So if you did get the Seven of Wands, a lot of y'all would return back to the same situations. So that's why things seem like it's moving so slow in your life. You got Six of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. I said that though. They go to childhood trauma necessarily. Tethered to the past you, old connections, that love. That's how you were raised. The commitment, the family ideal. What are you so uncompromising about? Said truths, past things that hurt you. This could be getting to knowing an interconnection with yourself to see what's going on. Like some of y'all don't want to learn from the past. Some of y'all just want to be emotionally done. Like you don't know how many people I be encountering with that like suffers with like emotional wounds, what they view as baggage. But because you can't go there, I don't go there. You know what I'm saying? I won't go there because they won't go there. So I just be like, okay, well, you want to keep holding on to it. I can't do shit with it. I can't. And that's when I chalk my hands up and I say, call me when you're ready. Call me when you're ready. But some of y'all are very, like the adult you is still this child where I say a lot of adults are the child or the children that they were when they were younger. Because it's King of Cups, the Six of Cups speaks of unfairness, childhood trauma, past life connections, situations over and over and over again to where it turned this King of Cups into a heartless, coldless, apathetic, not knowing how to share with others, like emotional, volatile, like that type of shit, because it's uncompromised and it don't want to learn this. And that keeps you out of space of being empathetic and understanding with certain people. Ooh. All right, here we go as we wrap this up. You got the Sun, the Nine of Wands reverse, and the Hangman. I like this though. Because what's done in the dark comes to the light. And the Moon card was reversed, which is y'all card, Pisces energy. Illusions being out of the way. Understanding. Knowing. And the Sun speaks of fertility, growth, options. But only things can come in like this. Like I always say, it ain't going to always be dark because the light going to shine again. But you got to be able to let the light in. If you don't want to let the light in, then you constantly just going to experience dark days. So it's kind of like, do you want to let the light in or do you just want to stay in the dark? Because you got Seven of Pentacles. It's the growing phase. That's what I tell a lot of people when they fuck around with earth magic or just dark magic, like overall or whatever the case may be. Earth magic take time. It's like a planet. It's like a plant. Change take time. Healing takes time. A plant can't grow overnight. Things can't change overnight. It's just the time that you take to care and nourish. Like a plant needs waters every day. It needs sunlight. So the same with yourself. Are you feeding you properly? Are you putting it to your mind properly? Are you doing the things you need to do? Just because it ain't the Seven of Pentacles where things that flourish don't mean that shit's still not moving. It's just a perspective. If she was upside down, it'd be, I only got five, but she'll say I got four. Because the perspective. She'll say I got four. Don't even notice the two behind her. So that's why I said that's there. Ooh. Shit, I ain't taking all them junks. Because you got the star reversed again. Stars don't shine in the sunlight. Remember that. The sun itself shines by itself. Some of y'all got to learn how to be able to be independent by yourself when it comes to independent thinking or assets or just you because you got the Knight of Cups. That's that drama that's coming back again. It's coming back again. Some of y'all got to learn that stars don't shine in the sun. They shine at night to light a way for you to be able to move in the direction that you need to be. Stars don't shine in the sun. The sun is by itself. And some of y'all got to learn how to be happy with you, content to be able to grow, to nourish, to nurture you. So as we wrap this up, we're going to do a recovery. We're going to read that last card out. I'm going to keep my little fat ass in the house because these mosquitoes is eating me the fuck up, y'all. And I'm trying here. I'm fucking trying. And these mosquitoes is eating my little fat ass up, y'all. Ooh, it feel like something crawling on my leg and I don't like bugs. I don't like bugs. But I just wanted to sit in the grass. I really did, though. I told you I wanted to sit in the grass. But today you want that same sun. When it came to sun, baby. I tell you that it was hot as balls. It's like, what type of fucking sun is this? Alright, okay. First card out. You got, shit, I'm trying to fix this motherfucker. Y'all know we always go through some shit on the desk. Nothing is set in stone. I told you you had the Queen, you had the Chariot, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Whatever decision, you got the King of Wands, the Strength, the Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Whew, whatever decisions that you want to make, the option is there. Whatever don't work for you, be honest. Don't sit back and think about something that's not. If it's something that makes you feel uncomfortable, say that. Don't sit up here and fluctuate. If it's lovers, decide what necessarily works for you. Because like the old saying goes, if you fall in love with two people, choose the second one. Don't mean that this shit gonna work, but it's understanding that you're attracted to them for some. That's where the lesson may lie. That's where the fruitfulness may lie. It's whatever you choose. I don't know. It's whatever you choose. Sometimes it decide when it comes into family and necessarily support. Like I said, if you ain't been getting that support or understanding what support is, sometimes you got to go out your circle to find it in your circle. Number two, you got a new romantic cycle begins. I like that. I told y'all. You got the Fool, the Hierophant, the Six of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Page of Wands. It's just, is you gonna take it? Do you see it, or you just so focused on things going your way? And I told y'all, some of y'all look like y'all trying to force somebody into marriage, because that's the Fool. That's the marriage card. This the bullies. That's the unseen. Five of Swords. That's fighting. You see how that? I want what I want. Don't give a fuck who I push away. So that's why I said a new romantic cycle comes in. But do you see it? Are you gonna be open to it? Has you learned? Ideally, though, are you willing to be in a position to learn? Because you got to submit to the idea of love. Don't let your past hold you back. Oh shit. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Knights, and the Four of Pentacles. Like I said, don't let your past hold you back. The things that you learn from the environmental type factors, because this is a support, the family, the inner child, where you was raised, the people who taught you, what instilled in you, the value of money, life, food, religion, all this other stuff. What did it teach you? Don't let it hold you back. Hold your moon. I said hold your moon. Hold your vision. This is the fixed moon. This is your fixed moon. If you think about fixed signs, that is Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. So some of y'all mutable signs have to learn how to utilize other signs instead of condemning them. Understanding how they operate and the things about them, study it, so you can be able to move into them. Because you got Ace of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the King of Pentacles, where I said that attraction, what you like, what brings you to them, understanding people, healing aspects. Some of y'all are ready to drop the burden and to be able to move forward. But like I said, some of y'all tired. Y'all about to give up. Y'all about to give up. You got communication is key. That's why I said speak it. Because you got the Two of Swords and the Death energy and the Seven of Pentacles. Some of y'all ideally going through like those set changes or feeling stuck and stagnant and slow. And some of y'all not communicating, where you hear me say, but if you're listening to be emotionally offended, and that's cutting down and it's brewing the same things you're getting over and over and over again. So communicate. That's why I said communication instead of sitting on emotions. Last card out. The answers you need are coming. I think we're going to read this. You got Six of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Star, and the Four of Swords. Some of y'all going to get help to learn how to release the past, the hurt, the things that didn't work for you ideally, though. Some of y'all going to get help, but it's like, is you going to take it? Because when you get the help, you do whatever the fuck you can to get the fuck out of there. And don't ever go back. Whether that's a traumatic type past, whether that's hurt, whether that's situation. Like, that's what it is. Because you got Eight of Pentacles, the Magician, the Five of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Justice. Situations may feel unfair, like you hear me say, the karmic type balance situations. The pros and cons of saying is the things that you put out to be able to reap them back. The things that you deem unfair, somebody else may deem unfair as well. Like I said in the Taurus reading, I said if you want an apology, you got to give one to somebody that you know you wrong to be able to receive one back. Because that's my sister sign. Because I know I can be very stubborn like a Taurus. I got a little earth elements in my chart. So I can be a little stuck in my ways. I ain't going to lie. But necessarily, though, that's why I said the answers you need are coming. It may come in a inhumane type way. Don't be biased. Because this does speaks of biasness. To where you shoot the messenger down before it comes to you. And you be like, I don't want this motherfucker to da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Because this is high-key defensive. Somebody defensive as fuck. I will say that. So you'll be like, I don't want this motherfucker. Da, 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 da. And they be like, damn. Be around here like, did God send me to the right place? Because I feel like I'm at the wrong damn spot. Fuck is you talking about? Okay, the answers you need are coming. I'm saying being this bitch like, did God send me to the right place? Because I know you supposed to send me somewhere else. He's like, nah, my shit, get your bald-headed ass. And I'm like, I don't want it. I hate it here. He's like, shut the fuck up. That's how I feel sometimes. Okay. Have you been... Oh, shit. No, let's say full moon in Pisces. My bad, y'all. Damn. Wait a minute. Let's say Gemini. No, we need to read this too. We're going to read this too. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Have you been So head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality. If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make concerted efforts to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibility and your dreams. Meditate on your questions, and through solutions to your issues may come to you very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation, it's because you've been acting like the martyr. And this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. Meditate every day and see what comes to you, and the answers will come. You're in a super romantic but not super realistic state. Follow your intuition and it won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald that the end of a dream. The person you're inquiring about is a soulmate. Avoid substance abuse. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so the full moon in Pisces symbolically ends when the moon is in full Pisces. Or whenever you pull this card, it's time to dive deep into your emotions. Practicality is at odds with the my words, Piscean energy that have no borders. So feel your way now. Psychic ability is heightened when the full moon is in Pisces, and soulmates now connect. It is time to send out your dreams into the universe and releasing your fears. Now let me read the original goddamn thing, because I was like, why did I go there? But it kind of went to the thing, so hold on. And we finna help this out. Bam, let me hold it up. Shit. Okay. The answers you need. Do you see it? Shit, the answers you need are coming. Fuck. This card is reminded that it is important to speak your truth, but remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. Right now, you need to guard. You need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you need will come soon. The issue you're facing could be one of the few conversations away from being resolved. If you're inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you are in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message. Least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be very careful that you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Words have an enormous power, as the metaphysician Florence Scovel Shin said, your words are your wand. You create your magic in your own reality every time you express yourself. I have an important message. I have an important conversation, but stay calm. Don't be superficial. Someone is trying to flirt with you. Have you noticed? You need to laugh off this situation and move on. Job applications have good prospects. Talk, and more talk as the emotional full moon moves into the communication sign of Gemini. It's too easy to say too much. So mind how you go if you pull this card. This can also indicate an enjoyable social event. Such the full moon in Gemini is a great time for socializing. This card also argues well for any study you are either taking or considering. Bam! So on that note, everything that I said, remember, if it's argumentative type state, it's just teaching you necessarily if you feel like you got to take a whole lot of shit because you were a bad person at one point in your life. It's just addressing to see like, okay, I can take this because I understand, but recognizing in a calm type manner where you say, I'm not a hoe. Like, and when I say I'm not a hoe, it's like, wait now. Like, shit, I get real disrespectful in this bitch. You sure you want to go there? And like, that's clearing the air. But if you know, like, you got to know who you talking to. Because if you say that to somebody that's like, shit, fuck you mean, you got to learn how to redirect those certain conversations. Alright, so on that note, that's why I said Pisces. I think I'm going to name this, you got to know how to direct certain conversations. Bam. So that's y'all for the month. I put the monthly energy reading up. I hope this helped y'all out. Because like I said, ideally though, for some of y'all that's trying to get the said healing that you need. For some of y'all, like I said, y'all are non-supportive, or it's the latter. Kind of like if it's somebody that takes advantage, like you hear me say, that's very manipulative and sneaky. It's kind of like somebody's getting there. So if you was dating somebody, you wonder what the hell they going through, baby, they is. But for some of y'all, though, it's just taking matters into your own hand and being more emotionally accountable. So I like that, though. So on that note, I wish y'all the best. I hope you have a great month in September, and may your dreams come true.